Hello friends, in today's lecture we will see various types of network elements. What are the various types of network elements? This video will be helpful for all diploma level students who are preparing for SSC JEE, SEPTEM DRDO, Railway JEE or any other PSU examinations. So first we will see linear element. What are linear elements? So the definition is linear elements are those whose characteristics follow a linear or proportional relationship in resistance. For a resistive circuit, what is the relationship? V is proportional to I, or we can write V is equal to I into R, or R is equal to V by I. So there is a linear relationship between V and I. Graph also comes like this. I will increase as V will increase. That is called a linear relationship. This is a resistive circuit. Now in case of L it is phi is equal to L into I. It means phi will increase as I will increase. And in case of capacitive circuit, Q is equal to C into V, or C is equal to Q by V. In this case also, Q will increase as V will increase. So in resistive circuit, inductive circuit or capacitive circuit, there is a linear relationship. In resistance, it is a linear relationship between V and I. In inductive circuit, it is in phi and I. And in capacitive circuit, it is between Q and V. There is a linear relationship, so it is called linear element. Now what are non-linear elements? Non-linear elements are those whose characteristics follow a non-linear relationship. In BJT, you remember BJT characteristics? You may have studied in your diploma. BJT characteristics is like this. This region is called saturation region. Saturation. This is called active region. And this region is called breakdown region. So there is no linear relationship. Here, this is your I, this is your V. As V is increasing, for some time I will increase, after that it will be constant, after that it will increase drastically. So there is no linear relationship in V and I for a BJT. For MOSFET also the curve is like this only. And what is the curve for diode? For diode, curve is like this. This is your I, this is your V. So V and I is not following a linear relationship. For a starting, I is very small. After some time, I will increase drastically. So there is no linear relationship between V and I for BJT or MOSFET or diode. So these are called non-linear elements. Next is bilateral element. Which are the bilateral elements? So definition is those elements in which if the voltage is reversed, then also the same amount of current will flow. Example, if I will make a circuit, this is a resistance, this is A, this is B, resistance is 10 ohm, and here it is 10 volt. What will be the current? I will be V by R. 10 by 10 means 1 ampere. Now, if I will reverse the resistor, this terminal B will come here, A will come here. Still it is 10 volt, it is 10 ohm. What will be the current? Current will be same, 10 by 10. It means 1 ampere. So we can see here the A terminal is connected to positive and B is connected to negative. In this case, what is happening? B is connected to positive and A is connected to negative. Still the amount of current is same. So when the voltage polarity is reversed or the resistance polarity is reversed, still the current amount is same. The magnitude of current is same. That's why these are called bilateral elements. Same thing will happen in case of inductance or capacitance also. Inductive circuit also, same amount of current will flow if the voltage is reversed. In capacitive also. So these three are called bilateral elements. Now which are the unilateral elements? Unilateral elements. In these, if the voltage is reversed or like this you can see. Suppose this is your voltage, this is one diode. One series resistance is also there. This is your 10 volt, this is 1 ohm. What will be the current? I will be 10 by 1 or 10 ampere. Why? Because diode is forward biased. In forward biased, diode will act as a short, means full current will flow through it. So it will not give any resistance. I will be 10 by 1 or 10 ampere. Now, if we will change the polarity, your resistance is there, 10 volt, 1 ohm. Now what will happen? Now this diode is reverse bias. Reverse bias, it will act as an open circuit. Open circuit means like this. So now what current will flow? No current will flow. Why? Because it is an open circuit. So when the polarity of voltage, here positive is connected to anode and negative is connected to cathode. In this case, positive is connected to cathode and negative is connected to anode. So when the voltage polarity is reversed, the current magnitude is changing. Earlier it was 10 ampere, now it is 0. So these are called unilateral elements. Unilateral elements may the magnitude of current will change if the polarity of voltage is changing. So these are called unilateral. Other examples, transistor, SCR, triac, diac, these are called unilateral elements. Next we will see active element. What are the active elements? So active elements are those which can either generate energy or they can control the flow of current. Like your cell is there. This is your cell. What a cell does? A cell will allow or it will generate some amount of current in the circuit. A cell will generate some amount of current in the circuit. That current will depend how much current, that depends on resistance or inductance or capacitance, which is the circuit. So, but this cell will always generate some charge carriers, some electrons they will generate, and that will allow some current to flow in the circuit. So cell is an active element. Transistor, what it does? It can control the current. Transistor, it can control the current. We will write now N, P, N. This junction is always forward bias. This junction is always reverse biased. In this is called IB. This is called IE. And this is called IC. So in this we can write IE is equal to IB plus IC. This base current is controlling the amount of current flowing in the emitter. This base current is the control part. This is called control. So whenever this base current is increasing, IE will also increase. If base current is 0, then the transistor will be open. It will not allow any current to flow. So this base is the control part. So active elements, either it will generate some charge carriers or it will allow some current to flow in the circuit, or it can control the current, either generate energy or can control the flow of current. These are called active elements. Now, which are passive elements? Passive elements are those which can either dissipate or store energy. So, which are the elements which will dissipate energy? Resistance. Resistance, what it does? It will dissipate some energy. How much energy? That is I square RT. I square RT. That is the energy it will dissipate. I is your current, T is time, and R is your resistance. And inductive circuit, this is your capacitive circuit, this is your inductive circuit. In capacitive circuit, some energy is stored. How much? Half CV square. Already we have explained it. Inductive circuit, what it does? It will also store energy. How much? Half Li square. So, capacitive circuit will also store energy, inductive circuit will also store energy, and resistive circuit will dissipate some energy. So, passive elements are those which can either dissipate or store energy but cannot generate it. Resistance or inductance or capacitance cannot generate energy. It can either store or it can dissipate. So, these are called passive elements. So, thank you students. If you have any doubt, then you can ask me in the comment section. Thank you.